It finally happened. I finally blew my eBay Turbo on my Skyline GTR. Now, this might be a bold statement, but I'm pretty certain on this. I am the only person in the world to have an eBay Turbo Skyline GTR. There might be a GTST owner out there that's already done it, but I believe that I am the only GTR owner that has ever in the history of the world put an eBay Turbo on a Skyline GTR. You know what? I'm gonna take pride in it. And I'm also gonna take pride in the fact that I blew my turbo. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys would have known that yesterday, well, when I'm recording this yesterday, I officially blew my CX Racing Turbo. I got this turbo kit off eBay. The main reason I got it was because I wanted the headers and I wanted the downpipe. I didn't really care so much about the turbo. I was going to upgrade it down the line anyway, but I figured, hey, let's just use this turbo for the time being. Let's see what it's capable of. It's done me good, but this turbo kit only took so much abuse until it just officially pieced out. RIP. Let's take this bad boy off. Come on, come on. There we go. You guys see that right there? That's not good. That's oil coming out of the compressor housing. It's no bueno. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's also some oil that dripped down over there.
I think you might have a blown turbo.
Yeah, I do got a blown turbo. So let me just fill you guys in. Yesterday when the turbo officially blew, I wasn't actually recording because this is my daily driver. A lot of you may not know this. This 1991 Nissan is indeed my daily driver. Whenever it's not broken, I try to drive it as much as I can. So yesterday when it blew up, I didn't have my camera with me. I couldn't really record everything that was going on, but we do have a clip from Amanda's iPhone. So what happened was that, like, you know, I did a pull, or maybe two, could have been three, I don't know. I did a few pulls and I felt like the top end of the car was just giving out. And I noticed that there was blue smoke coming out of the exhaust. And I said, oh shit, that can't be good. I don't know how well you guys can see the movement on camera, but look at that. The blade is like touching the compressor housing. So losing power at the top end, oil coming out of the compressor housing, and an absurd amount of shaft play. They all mean
it's a blown turbo.
Now you guys can obviously see my face. I'm not too upset. I was kind of expecting for this to happen, but I wasn't expecting for it to happen so soon.
Right?
Like, if you guys know, I deleted the blow-off valve, so we had like an insane amount of turbo flutter, and oh my god, it sounded crazy.
Done it.
That could have done it. That could have done it.
Maybe.
It did it. I think it did it. Yesterday, I was looking into getting new turbos. I was thinking of upgrading turbos, but at the moment, financially, it's just not a smart thing to do, and I need the car up and running ASAP. If I got a new turbo, I would have to install the turbo, get new lines, and then wait for a tune day, which it was just not an option. I had to have this car running ASAP, so I ordered a turbo rebuild kit. We are just gonna rebuild this turbo, and we are gonna be sticking with the turbo. Now, I got very lucky. The turbo blew up on us, literally 3 minutes from my house.
3 minutes.
How lucky is that? I was able to drive it home, and if you guys look at the fins on the turbo, none of them are broken. Judging by how the oil is just leaking all out of the turbo, that means the turbo seals, what did I even say? Turbo. That means that the turbo seals are most likely just blown. We got very, very lucky there. It could have been way worse. I could have possibly blown this entire turbo and then blown my motor. It could have been very, very bad. Luckily, I got very lucky. It may suck that now my car is once again undrivable, but this gives me the opportunity to rebuild this turbo. Now, I'm going to be rebuilding this turbo with some stronger internals. What a lot of people do is they rebuild CX Racing turbos with Garrett internals, and just, it makes the turbo last just a little bit longer. It makes it a little bit stronger, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If I'm going to keep the turbo flutter on this car, that is going to be a good idea. So I'm gonna make a whole video about that. That way, in case you guys wanna buy a cheap turbo and just rebuild the internals before you put it on the car, you're basically gonna have like a decent quality turbo for a fraction of the price. You could look at this situation in different ways. It could be a blessing in disguise. It could be just a major inconvenience, but at the end of the day, I am really happy that nothing is wrong with the motor. It's only the turbo. It's something very small, and you know, the rest of the car is still looking pretty good, boys. I'm still happy with how the rest of the car looks. Obviously, I want it just a little bit lower. So yeah, there's a little update on the GTR, and just a little reminder that look at the bright side of things, because a lot of times shit happens and it seems like it's the worst thing in the world, but there's always a brighter side. Enough with the GTR today. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to drive it. Amanda was the last one to actually enjoy it, as you guys saw in the last video. Oh shit! She might have blown my turbo, by the way.
No.
Comment down below.
No, you did.
Comment down below if you think she blew my turbo.
Like 3 or 4 pulls,
Huh?
and then you blew it.
Okay, yeah, but like you also did a few pulls, and like my car was running fine
I did like 2,
up until you drove it.
I didn't even redline it. You did.
Yo, my car was fine until you drove
redlined.
it.
No, you did it.
I may have hit redline or may have not.
You did it.
There's no proof. So since the Skyline is currently dead today, it's gonna be sitting on the sidelines. We are gonna be working on Amanda's 350. Amanda got 2 new parts for her 350 and they are absolutely sick. My neighbors literally only hate me because of your car. Mine and Bilal's car is not that loud. The cold start on the Skyline and the Evo is nothing compared to this. It's Sunday morning. Rip my neighbors.
Thanks for blowing out my eardrums there.
It's a loud gal. Wait, all right, you ready? You ready to show them? We picked this up just a few days ago. You ready for this?
Yep.
All right, boys, here we go. She got a new carbon fiber hood.
It's a Sabon carbon fiber hood.
This thing looks gnarly, man. I love how the carbon looks with the purple and just, wow. Just like this angle right here is doing it for me, boys. Like, I'll trade you my Skyline right now. Say the words and take my keys.
Saying the words.
All right, yo, take my keys. I'll take the 350 right now. Of course, now we have to support those who support us. We got this hood from High Intake Performance. Right now, High Intake Performance is running a ton of Black Friday deals. So if you guys need any car parts and you guys want some Black Friday deals, High Intake Performance is still running some good deals. So hit up High Intake Performance on Instagram. Tell them we sent you. Get yourself some carbon fiber hoods or just some good car parts. High Intake Performance got some good stuff. They get us parts ASAP. Like, parts for this car, parts for the Skyline are like impossible to find, and High Intake Performance just always somehow finds me parts ASAP. So huge thank you to Eric at High Intake Performance. If you guys need anything, hit him up. Coming back to this thing looks insane, but this isn't the only carbon fiber piece you have. This isn't it. You want to show the boys what else you got?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you right now, boys, I'm really jealous of this piece. Now, it may not be in the best condition, but I have the same exact one, but only in fiberglass, and Amanda got her hands on a carbon fiber one. You want to show them what it is?
May or not be a rear diffuser.
It may or may not be as you're touching a rear diffuser. Ooh, baby, this thing is nasty.
What even is this?
I don't know, it's just some dust and grime that's been sitting. This thing has been sitting in my basement since you bought the car. This thing has been sitting in my basement for months now, and it just has like a layer of cake on it.
Oh.
Ugh, that's nice.
Yuck.
So this is indeed carbon fibre. This thing does need some repair though. We need to sand this thing down because you ready to show them the bad part of this?
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for this one? Ooh. Oh, man. God dang, dude. Yuck. Unlike the hood, this thing is used, since Amanda is so low, all you see is the top and all you see is right here. So you don't really see much of where it's messed up. I mean, you do see the cracks right here, and we're gonna have to re-clear coat this thing just to fix the cracks. If that doesn't fix it, we're just gonna fix it and then paint the whole thing black and have some exposed carbon fiber. I'll mount it up for you so that we can see what this would look like behind your car. I think this thing looks insane.
It does.
I'm like more excited about this than you. It feels so bad like scratching the diffuser on the ground, but like you don't see this part. You're too low. It's like barely on properly, but like this angle, oh my God. I'm a little jealous, boys. Not gonna lie. You know what I really love? Amazon Prime. It literally comes in clutch so many times. So today is Sunday. Last night I ordered a turbo rebuild kit and it should be here on Tuesday. Today I'm gonna go ahead and start taking this turbo apart. So it honestly shouldn't be too hard. Let's go ahead, take this thing apart and see how much damage we actually have inside, because if we have more damage than I originally thought, this turbo may be too far gone and not even rebuildable. I might just have to take like a metal Scotch-Brite pad and kind of just smooth everything down, just so it's smooth, because it's not perfectly smooth. There is a good amount of oil in this thing. Look at that, boys. Ugh. So for those of you guys who have never seen a turbo, this is basically like how a turbo sits. So this is the compressor housing. We took the compressor housing off. Let's shimmy it out of there. All right, so now this turbo is blown, so you're gonna see a lot of oil. This oil should not be there. Look at that. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Shine it in there?
Oh my God, there's so much oil.
Oh God.
Okay, so see that right there? I'm like 90% sure that's cool and oil mixing together. So it's good that we caught this right away. Oh my God. Dude, what?
Holy crap.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Wait, I think I know why you have blue smoke.
Yeah, this is why we were having blue smoke. We were just burning off all this oil that was in here. So yeah, that's actually insane. I'm actually curious to see how much oil is left in the motor. But wow, that is a lot of oil. If this wheel was broken, chipped, or anything like that, then we would be in some big trouble. But luckily the turbine wheel is fine. It's definitely the seals that were blown. That's usually what happens in these cheap turbos. A lot of the times if you get like the $100 cheap turbos, the turbine wheel itself will break. We got lucky. We got lucky with this one. There is a crap ton of oil though. I don't like all that oil in the downpipe. Let your girlfriend drive your car, they said. It'll be fine, they said. It's crazy to see. It wasn't unexpected, but it's crazy to see that the eBay turbo is now blown. So I guess the limit for an eBay turbo is turbo flutter.